Sorry for the nest on top of my head. It contains a lot of secrets. I have a little drinkity drink. Let me go find the drinkity drink. Ooh. Hi, I'm Sneha and welcome to my lovely floor. I was helping a friend shift today. We went to IKEA to buy him a couple of things and I bought a little lamp, mostly because I wanted to paint the lamp red. So I got acrylic colors. I'm not a very artsy crafty person. I don't really know. I love new brushes. My friend refuses to buy a drink unless I'm buying one too. I can't process tea or coffee, so I asked the tea shop if they had anything non-tea. And this is what they suggested. It is some kind of mango monstrosity. Welcome to painting a lamp while talking about my latest obsession. Because I went to watch it, I think about 2-3 days ago now with my friend, and I watched it through closed fingers like this. I was really looking forward to watching this for a really long time. Here in Singapore, it released, I think, a month late. It was a lot, to say the least. My friend was laughing at me the whole time because I was so scared. I was so scared. I am 6 years old now. Nothing is stopping me now, except my lack of skills. I've been thinking about it a lot. It was a really interesting film. I'm so excited. I feel like it leaves a lot to interpretation. You can think of it in a lot of different ways, and I think it's been really interesting for all the discourse around the movie, which I have been obsessively following online over the past week or so. So my idea is to paint all of it red, like all of it. I'm hoping that, I don't think that should damage anything, but we shall see. I got so obsessed with it. I found the script of obsession on the internet. I read it. I read the whole script of it. Major spoiler alert. Script had a very different ending than the ending they showed in the movie in the theater. The part where he's called Bear by everyone, even though his name is Baron. Do you remember there was this meme going around back in 2024 maybe? If you're stuck in a forest, would you choose a man or a bear? And they would pick a bear. I think it's a funny and slightly ironic play on that. Bit of a controversial. I don't think it's really controversial, to be honest. I feel like there were certain parts of the film that were showing violence against women just because they could. The part where Sarah dies is extremely violent, and even though it was kind of expected with the camera angle and the way it was being shot, and just like we knew she was gonna die. And then what they do to her body afterwards, I didn't really understand what kind of point it was trying to prove. Nikki was, of course, treated horribly throughout the film. Both the women like Bear, one, of course, unwillingly, and one willingly, which kind of goes towards that trope of, oh, there's this mediocre man who really isn't worth all the trouble or really isn't doing shit, and there are two girls who just like want him. He's really not likable as a person. Sarah could have really intervened, talked to Nikki, especially in the early stages and stuff, and she never did. She always assumed that Nikki was the one trying to take advantage of Bear, even though there was no evidence of the fact. She never gave her so-called like best friend any benefit of doubt. Both of them go through horrific things in this film, whereas Bear, his death and later Ian's death, are both very humane, at least compared to what Nikki went through and what Sarah went through, which felt unfair. I know it can be said that like, oh, you know, it's realistic. Violence against women is realistic, which it is, but do we really need to show that in film? Because there's a lot of discourse online I've seen which a lot of people are taking Bear's side, that oh, it would have been fine if Nikki was just normal and it just showed the real Nikki. It's dripping everywhere. It's going to look like a crime scene. I should have definitely put the water away when it's dripping everywhere. Oh no. Ian just gets shot, right? And Bear just dies the same way his cat dies, which is an overdose of pills, and it's very short and it's very brief, his suffering. He didn't get what he deserved, and I understand that life is not fair. I felt like there was a lot of room left and it could have been a lot more deep. And I was talking about this with one of my friends, and he was like, the point of the horror is showing everything to show that what goes wrong because of Bear's insecurity. I'd like to disagree. His problem wasn't just insecurity. His wish was insidious by nature. If it was just insecurity, right, he could have asked for, hey, I want the courage to be able to ask Nikki out. But he didn't choose that. He straight up chose to take away her autonomy. He chose to control the outcome of something which he should have no control over in the first place. the fact that he kills himself at the end, right? It was never because he felt bad. It was only when his own suffering became too much for him to handle that he wanted to die. Earlier in the film, when Nikki says, please kill me, he doesn't care. He's just like, what's so bad about being with me? When someone is suffering and asking you to kill them based on what you've done, and all you can think about is yourself. That's such a horrible human being. I don't think I'm doing a very good job of painting this, to be very honest. It's quite shit. Let me show you. It looks so bad. Oh my god, it looks so bad. It looks so bad right now. I am gonna assume that it will get better. I also wondered why she was walking backwards in some clips, you know? Like, why? Why is she walking backwards? Okay, let's paint the... I wonder, is there anything wrong if I paint inside this thing? Where like the bulb is gonna go, the socket. Can I open? It's such a bright red. I love it so much. Pretty. Oh my god, I love it so much. I love it so much. This is gonna be so pretty once it's done and once it's dried. Other thing is when he calls like the customer service of the One Wish Willow. That was so funny. I think it was so funny that the guy was like unbothered as hell. It looks a bit like a crime scene. Not gonna lie. I really hope that this doesn't affect the functioning of it, because I didn't even check if it works or not before starting to paint this, and I can't return this to IKEA if it doesn't work, because like what am I gonna say? Hi, here's your lamp. I want to return it because it doesn't work, but sorry, I painted it. They're gonna buy it. To anyone who thought this was gonna be an easy and straightforward project, you were sorely mistaken. Let me show you. This is the current condition of it. This is the lampshade. Like, I can live with it. But the bottom, like this part, is just... it's not really giving anything. I have since been told that if I want to paint like a lamp sort of thing, I should use spray paint by another friend of mine. I think I'm gonna order spray paint online. But yeah, that's about it. Bye.